Hello. Hello. Why does the audio sound so bad? Is it quality? I thought it was sounding better yesterday. Why does the audio sound so bad? Is it quality? I have to restart to change this audio one. But who knows, maybe it's that audio thing that's causing the problems with the stream. It's not like a thing, but it's probably been bugging out a lot longer than that. Where the world is the audio? Alright, stop start. And now I should sound better. And now I should sound better. I feel like it might be better, I don't know. Maybe this microphone just sucks. And now I should sound better. I feel like it might be better, I don't know. Maybe this microphone just sucks. I mean, I don't hear any volume, like quality difference between me and then the recording and me playing back, because my desktop audio should still be the lower one where my voice quality is the higher one. But I don't really hear any difference at all, so maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Anyway. Whatever. Get my windows in order. Gets my better judgment. I want to do stuff now, and then I will do what I should be doing today later. Probably not going to work out the best. But yeah. Oh yeah. We're like, why is that delayed? The tabbing. Because this thing's starting up. That looks different. Okay, whatever. Anybody I know streaming. Yeah. Connect the chat. It's taking a heck of a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I was like, oh yeah, let's just spend a day or two fixing up some stuff, and then I'll do that other thing that I wanted to do and get the chats working and stuff. Just wanted to clean up the code. Just wanted to add that thing. I don't know.
Joe the Desk Lover, and it took me like a month to work out making guns work in Unity lol. Yeah, it's seriously impressive though. It's not Mike, stream don't work.
Damn, that comment's made me so paranoid. Why did he do that? Alright. Well, that's a thing. Where the world was up to, that ain't right. I'm assuming that's because it doesn't have a normal map. Okay. So if you do not have a normal map, you need to do something. I suppose I'll just have a default normal map that things have if they don't have stuff. That would work. Okay. Huh. PNG is an unsupported file format? Or maybe it's because it needs to be. Yeah, just dump it in this one. No, because it needs to be. New. Let's just say 5 by 5. Okay. What? For real? PNG is an unsupported file format? What are you, what? How does that work? Okay. Do it the long way then. You know what, I know exactly what, no. I mean, I feel like I know exactly what the colors are, but maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I know what it should be. Yeah, let's just do what I know it should be. Already scrolled. So it should be. What is a 255 would be 122? Is it? So it would be this color? I think. 6. Apparently you can go higher than whatever you want in here. So yeah, 255. I'm assuming that's what it is. Hang on, so yeah, half of 2 is 1, half of 5 is 2 point whatever. I suppose half of 5 is 2.5. So that becomes what? Hang on, how do things? So half of 5 is 2, half of 5 is 2.5. So that's a 7. Is it 127? Maybe. I think it is. Maybe that's what was confusing me last time. Okay. Well, job done. That thing was to be 100% of that color. Job done. Export. I mean, this sort of size doesn't really matter which one I use. What the hell do I have there? And this is desktop. Yep. And you are normal. Normal? Just normal. Normal, I guess. It's the normal. I suppose it shouldn't be JPEG. I think JPEGs are tried to load first, so it would be faster loading time. Whatever. Okay. Cut. Paste. Weird how you don't remember being tired. Like, I know I was really tired yesterday, but I really remember saying it. I don't remember actually being it. I always remember myself being so awake. Very obviously wasn't. The code? Okay. So now, when we make the default thingy, what is this? Ah. Why is this in here though? I don't understand why that's there. I mean, that would be there, which it is actually there. I mean, because this is creating a new thing, so if anything, that should be there. But then it could also be nowhere. And we could just not have this, and instead we'd be using that. I don't have a system for that, so now let's just do this. So we have texture, normal is normal, and normal needs to be loaded. How do I supposed to join? Is that bot person? I feel like that's that bot person. Normal. So normal's loaded. We also need to put that as a default thing somewhere else. That I assume to presume. Why do I set that for everyone? No reason in particular, because they all get the default material. And the default material also needs to get the normal. Normal. And we only really have those two. Specula's not really quite working right, and emission is just black by default, so that's fine. Okay. Why is emission black by default? Is that coincidence? I feel like that might be a coincidence. It's either a coincidence or it's a -1, which makes the values all 0 regardless of anything. Or it's looking at the first pixel of the texture atlas, which could be anything, and that would make it a coincidence. I imagine the first thing that's there would be... Why is this not looking right? That was weird. It would be whatever image, which is now currently the wrong image. Pattern 3, that's what it is. What's currently set to be pattern 3? Basketball, okay. Basketball also in here? Yes, it is. Let's delete you, move you out, and...
Beijibo, Hailey is curing his print now.
Nice. What did he print? Goes into textures. No, you're not gonna upload because override newer. Pattern 3. Pattern 3. PNG. Do they have a secondary pattern 3? Nope. Okay.
Beijibo, 2 chess piece models.
Oh, that thing. Okay. Yeah.
Came out good.
I mean, it's brand new. Gotta give it some time before it starts getting a little buggy. But get him to print that gear thing. Because he could print that real tiny, I imagine, with that thing. Like, you need tweezers to turn it. Too small for your fingers. It'd be amazing. Be really surprised at how well screws work. Oh yeah, I gotta upload the files. Why is that so tiny? Because I put a scale upload thing. Up the scale. Yep, so that should be there. Up in the scale, hard coded to the graphics card. And double those. Where are you? There should be a time somewhere. You get rid of that. Surprised that didn't get copied down. Weird. Okay, so that should be that. We have the normal map thing. You understand everything. Just gotta upload the code. Not into the texture folder. And that's taken a while. What's going on? Default of the what? Functions 452. 452. Oh. Because that's supposed to be that, I assume? Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had an error completely stop the loading screen from working. Bam. UV map reset. Oh, map's a lot bigger now. Okay. I guess that was affecting everything. Okay. Got the speculas working fine on that ground plane, as it would be, and on that. Okay, there we go. So the default normal map takes over when you don't have a normal map. That's not right. What's that? Why are you moving? That's not a specular highlight, that's not how that works. Is that something to do with the normal map I just put on? Disable normal maps. Yep. Where am I right now? No, oh. Normal map, go away. Refresh. Oh, it is. Interesting. Okay, well, whatever. I guess I'm fixing that problem with the normal maps. So it's obviously something in here. It should just be all zeroed out, and no thing should be taking effect. Something is. Oh boy. At least this isn't a heck of a lot of lines anymore. So what have we got going on? We got the Lurkulo. Lurkulo is the secondary location point relative to the first location point, which is 0. So we get the rotation in the 1, 2, which is the YZ, which is you're looking forward at this thing. And we minus R0. What is R? You're not anything yet. Okay. Interesting. So R0 is that thing's front-facing rotation between 2 points on the UV map. Where's the UV map? It's that one. What? Are these backwards? But that one is also minus R0. Oh boy. Hello. Oh, your name is green now. Was it green yesterday? I thought it was red yesterday. Why you change the color of your name? Being sneaky over there. Very confusing. UVO, which is location. Okay, so damn it! Looks like I've fixed the problems with the normal maps now. These normal maps almost work. I mean, they do work unless you look at it at just the right angle, and then they don't work in the slightest. But you can't really tell when you have a normal map. Oh, did you make that on your phone? Is that like a game that you can actually play, or is it just like a sprite animation you made? Whatever animation. Yeah, this is my normal map currently, and that's working relatively fine if I'm looking at the wall. But if I look sideways at it, the specular highlight goes and zooms off to the end there. Right now this wall, well by default, everything except for the ground, has a normal map with no, but there's just 0 basically. Okay. Is it all run like fast, or is it turn-based? Like you press a whatever you call it. So the game's frozen until you move a tile or something like that. Is it like that, or is it more like Pac-Man sort of style? Or Snake, I guess. Where it's constantly moving and you're just turning left and right. Okay. I imagine like the longer you play, the faster you get, so you gotta finish levels quickly and find the most optimal route through them. Oh, that would be so annoying. Because like, you'd be playing for ages at a harder level and it's like, it's real easy and stuff. Like, you could do it just fine, but then like, yeah, this makes it terrible. Yeah, you have to play for a long time, and then every time, in the last 5 minutes of the level, you always die because it goes too quickly. Reaction's just simply not good enough. Let's just make a duplicate of all of that. I feel like it's this thing that's going wrong. But this is all backwards, because that thing doesn't even exist yet, we're just minusing 0. Okay. What happens if it hits like a older part of you? And you're longer? That could be terrible. So you'd have to take out certain places in the level before you can like collect stuff to continue, otherwise you'll be too long and you won't be able to pass through a gap or something. Lots of gameplay mechanics you have there. Got a person joined. Was that 2 people just joined? Did you just join twice? What was that? I'm assuming... Nope, it's just 2 different names. Okay, that's weird. Oh. Hello, person to join. Feel free to ask questions if you want to know what's going on. So, yeah, I don't know what that thing's doing. I definitely feel like this thing should be going first. I don't know why I have that the other way around. Maybe I just gotta flip this and everything magically works. No. Because that flips the thingies upside down. Which I'm not really gonna see with this example of the normal maps. Probably. I don't know. Maybe it's an easy enough fix like that. Probably not. Okay. What? So hard to dodge. I'm the king of Snake on Google Chrome. I don't know what Google Chrome Snake is. How did I do that? Get back there. Oh, it's a bracket thing. That's like the D. I'm assuming it's a bracket's I, or is it an O? I'm too slouched on my chair right now to be able to read. Okay, so that still happens. The sun changed, and I have absolutely no clue if the normal maps are now inverted in certain places, or if that actually works perfectly fine. Damn it. Okay, it's interesting. I can visibly see the separation in meshes in the UV space, or triangulation space things. Okay. Is it just like normal Snake, or...? Damn it! I forgot how all this works already. I know how it's supposed to work, but that doesn't mean it works. Obviously. I just ended up mashing random things together till it popped into existence. So it should be, you got your UV space, you got your mesh on the UV space, you have a point which is triangulated, you have a second point which is just moved along the relative axis of a thing. So now you have 2 points, you have that gives you an angle for relative UV space. You have world space, and you want to get the angle between those 2 things. Also, you want to get the angle between this. So you can get that angle, you can get that angle, and then you can minus one from the other to get this angle, and there we go. Okay. That is what's supposed to be going on. You have that, and then I've solved normal maps. So, as always, obviously was not the way that worked. You can get the UV space by doing the UVO to 0 rotation, or 0 to UVO, whichever way you want to do that. It should actually be 0 to that, shouldn't it? Which means that's backwards. Whatever, let's just do it the way that I think it should be done. Ignore the way that I had it mildly working. Yeah, I'll definitely get more views now that I supposedly fixed my stream. Why is that going again? Okay, and what is this? I don't know. Let's just grab that. So that, who knows? That should be that rotation, and then we want to get it to that rotation. So that rotation is the point in local space to local space, and we are okay. What am I doing? So yeah, that point to that point would be 0 to this, looking forwards, we don't, oh, and then we minus that from it, so that should just give me that angle, and then with that angle, we have R0, I'm not sure why this is multiple things, we only have an R0. Bloat. You can just now simply be R. We got an R0. Weird. Okay, and then I'm assuming we don't have to do these minuses around here, so normal. Oh god, it really hurts that this thing doesn't work, because it really damn should. Normal, blah 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 blah. I should put the balls back in. Okay. So we have our normal, and we want to rotate that around as a vector using this rotation minus half a pi, because I don't really know why. That really should not be required, because it just is what it is, that's just that. So this should supposedly be R, and then normal A2, normal A1. What's normal A? It's just normal. So normal's original. So we remove the 2, we remove the 1 rotation, which is no. We are rotating the normal by R, normal 2, normal 1. And this is by B, no A. Which way around does that go? So we're doing the Z, Y, X. So that's removing those 2 values before doing the X one. That's basically what that does. So we're removing this axis, removing that axis, then we rotate by that. And that's what that is now. And then we want to rotate it again by 0, whatever the normal is of the face being displayed. Okay. So this is basically making the plane flat to the camera. So we're looking at it in this perspective. And then this one, oh, well, we're looking at it with if that thing was rotated around to there, so it would be flat like that. That sort of a perspective. where X was down that way. Yeah. So we align that, and then we can alter the normals, and then I'm assuming this thing's swinging it back around again. So we want to redo that, redo this. This is with A, so first off we want to do R, so negative R. Let's put R back, and then put that back and put this back. So that re-rotates it back to its original orientation. Refresh. What horrible things have I just done? I don't like how suspiciously working this looks. Considering I spent like 6 days or 3 days or I don't know how many days on that. And then I just changed quite a lot of code to make it exactly what it should have been straight up. And that appears to be working. Any wobbliness like that I'm just going to put down to the highlight being square. Or a cube rather than a circle or sphere. Yeah, suspiciously correct. That was unbelievably hassle-free, I don't like it. That should have been more of a problem. I was expecting to spend the rest of the day on that. Meow. Hello, kitty cat. Why am I putting your teddy over here? Sadly. Yeah, the kitty cat. So yeah, what do you need to use the game engine? Might you just program it from scratch? I gotta make a texture for this ground thing so it looks better than it does. How would I do that? Are you gonna like this? It is a JPEG. Fine, yep. I got this really nice keyboard so I could type in the mobile. Break. I'm trying to figure out what that button is I pressed to break that. It doesn't like number pad 4. Like clever. Yeah. This thing's pretty cool. They got 2 sides. Oh, that's got a trackpad, not that one. That one? That's pretty cool. This isn't the one that I got. They got a cheaper one, which is like a whole lot less. I guess that one. This is the one that I got. I thought I was getting the other one, but I got this one. It's actually really pretty well built. I like the design. This little, whatever you call it, the hinges on it are a bit weird. just in the way they function, not in any particular way that matters, but I suppose they serve their purpose. Not quite sure what it is. I guess just to stop stuff being pinched in the corner of it. But yeah, it fits pretty well in your pocket. It's, let's see, how big's my phone? It's mildly bigger than my phone, just a little bit though. I mean, like, it's about the size of your hand, you know? At least for me anyway. It's about the width of my hand if I just, like, put my hand on it. Put my fingers together. But it's not as, like, long as your fingers, like, from your palm to the ends of your fingers. It's shorter than that when it's all folded up. It's really lightweight, it's really nice, you know, it's about the weight of my phone. It's probably lighter than my phone. Yeah, really nice design and all that. It's Bluetooth, you just fold it open, automatically connects to your phone or whatever you have a Bluetooth to. Other ones have multiple Bluetooth modes, I think. I'm not sure what this one's got. Yeah, it looks like it's got multiple channel things. I don't know how to change the channels, but I don't have a need for any other things. Yeah. It's almost the size of a full-size keyboard. If you just had, like, if you just took off one key of your keyboard size and then shrunk it down so all the keys fit into that, that's about how big this one is. This one said it was $60 plus delivery. So 60, 70 bucks, depending on where in the world you are and all that sort of stuff. Where this one's a heck of a lot more, well, a little bit more expensive. So this one's $81 plus 10 bucks shipping, so 90 bucks. And that's Australian though. Really nice. It's got a backlight, which is pointless. You would never have that on because it just drains the power, really. But this one's a full-sized one. It's that one extra key bigger, so it's the size of your normal keyboard. Yeah. If you're typing a lot on your phone, I think it's well worth it. Because of the trifold design and stuff, you can have it sitting on your lap, basically, and without worrying about it just folding in half when you're trying to push a key in the middle of the board. Depending on how wide apart your legs are, you know, how big your legs are. Yeah, it might just be a little bit off to the edge, so it might fold ever so slightly as it does for me. But I am tall. I am big. So I'd say the average person wouldn't have any problem with that. Yeah. Really nice. I think there was something else about this one. I can't remember. Yeah. Okay. Well, this one's designed for that, so it's nice. What's that previous one? Load? What's going on? Come on. It's not what was just playing. What's that? No, that's a shorter one. Wait, how many things did I just listen to? What? Oh, they're all short things? I haven't been on that long, have I? Yeah, that's the one I started with. Huh. Yeah. Guess I'll add all of these. Imagine how much money the people who make these like, just these songs, they just put them there. And they get, like, very large amounts of views because people just add them to playlists and they're just looped. I guess I'm barely noticing the music because I don't have it. It's very pretty. I have it so down so low. New retro wave. Anyway, so that's fun. I'd say it's worth it. I haven't had much of a chance to use it. I was originally going to be going out into the city all the time and messing around. It's like sitting in a park or something like that. And, let's use a normal to height map thing. Yeah. I was going to remake my text adventure thing. But what am I doing? I thought this was going to be easier than I thought. Whatever. Yeah, I was gonna go just wandering around the city and just find some place to just get food and sit down and just type on my phone. So I put Linux on my phone and stuff, so it thinks it's a computer. And text editor and all that sort of junk. But you know, I started to try to do it, but then it just becomes a real pain because art, UI, story and stuff. Look up what? Is this a song or something? Oops. Damn it. I'd like to pick my phone into a non-phone. Yep, that's what I did. One second. And I'm back. Yeah, I rooted it, put Linux on it. You needed to do it to be able to use the app thingy for it. It was some app thingy that you download and a whole lot of stuff that you all combined together. If you just Google around, there's enough things around for it, for a Samsung phone, or Android phone. Let me just have a look. So... yeah, Linux Deploy, VNC Viewer, BusyBox, and Hacker's Keyboard is just a better keyboard for your phone. Allows you to do stuff which default ones don't, and also has spell check, which my one doesn't for some reason. But yeah, it's the Linux Deploy thing, which will... like, it's this nice, simple, laid out thing, so you can choose what operating system of Linux you want, what flavor or whatever, what type of viewing thing you want. For like, if you want it to look more like Windows or something like that, and a few other random things. So you just basically select them from a list and then press the download. It'll download it and install it, but that needs your phone to be rooted to gain access to the things it needs for it to work. And then it just runs it in a virtual thing on your phone, I guess. And then you use the VNC viewer, which you can use to view like you could use it to view your computer over your network. So I could view my actual computer using my phone in my bed and interact with it as if I was sitting right in front of it, you know, except without the keyboard and mouse. But yeah, yeah. So use that to pretend like you're connecting to an external computer, but that external computer is in your phone running Linux. So you have your phone running and also Linux running at the same time, which is the main sort of thing I was worried about. I was trying to figure out how I can get phone calls on a PC like using Linux, but that seemed like a real pain. Where this, I can literally just tab over like you tab to anything on a phone. And I just tab away from the VNC viewer thingy and back to my phone stuff. That's great. I don't know. There's a whole heap to choose from. I just chose whatever one that seemed to work fine, and that was that. Yeah. Okay, apparently Substance Paint has just got a thing for it. Substance Designer. I was expecting just some online thing. I can just send it and it spits back out again. It's a Edge 7, I think it is. That one that was famous for exploding. Or catching fire and burned a few people. Yeah, that one. So, it's godlike. Oh my god. Like, I had some time, like, probably a couple of years ago now, I don't even remember. Don't want to, where my computer died, and I didn't have a computer for ages, like 2 months or something, for them to finally, like, because it took a month for it to, like, send it down, them to fix it, and then send it back again, and it was still damn broken, so I had to send it all the way back again. Oh, such a pain. And, yeah. I was using my phone at that time, and oh my god, it's unbelievably powerful. It has a 2K screen on it, which is just unbelievable. Like, it's about however many years old now. A 2K screen. It's probably more powerful than the old Mac laptop that I had before 2010, Mac Pro, whatever it was, which is a heck of a long time ago now, but pretty damn powerful. And I don't know how much about the rest of the specs, but it will run VR things, Gear VR, and using Gear VR with an Unreal thingy that I was making at one point. I was making VR thingies for a job, supposedly. I mean, the whole thing fell through, as it always does. And, it would handle more polygons than my computer pretty much could, using Blender or anything like that. It was something like 100,000 polygons running in VR, and it didn't really care that much. Every now and again it would just completely crash, but when it was running, it would run perfectly fine. I couldn't figure out what was causing the crashes. I didn't mess around with it for long enough. But yeah, it's the same. Let's just need the speed of streamline thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I felt like I heard that many times long ago. Anyway. See, I don't know how my phone is so damn powerful like that. And the battery lasts so long. Like, using it as a computer... Did you leave, or was that just a bug? Yeah, using it as a computer, I could use it for over 6 hours on a full charge. It's crazy. Unbelievable. I just don't understand how it's so powerful. And it doesn't even have, like, any proper cooling to it. It's just whatever a phone has. No fans or anything. No air vents. It's just there. Like, what? What am I looking at again? Sick, bro. Okay. Oh yeah, you don't need much to run a thing for just a text editor. I couldn't get some programs to work with it, like certain web browsers and stuff. It took forever to figure out how to get it so I could transfer files between the computer part and the phone part. You gotta like mount the drives and things. Real pain. But I got there in the end. Trying to install stuff on Linux is a real pain. Like, there's all these app thingies that will just do it for you if you just click on it, but I couldn't get half of those things, well, any of those things to work, so I just had to do it through the command line. But not all of the apps have a command line thing, so yeah. What am I looking at right now? I guess it's just somewhere in here. You mean like stream from it while I'm out and about or something? Probably, but I don't have the internet for it. My phone plan's trash. Wait a minute. Didn't I open up a whole lot of things? Okay. I guess it popped up an ad. No? Oh, I guess the domain's gone. Could you use... Oh, Steam? Steam on it. That's why I have a thing to read it out for me. The screen's all the way over there. My eyesight is trash. Oh boy, don't take off my glasses. Nope, nope. I cannot read anything on my screens if I take off my glasses sitting in front of my computer. I'm not that far away from my screens either. Like, they're a little bit past arm's reach away. Oh god, my eyes are bad. You know, it's probably not that thing that they keep saying that could possibly make me go blind in a couple of years. As they say every time I go there. Let me actually sit up properly on my computers. I'm quite sure these lenses are quite right on my glasses. They're a whole heck of a lot better than my old ones, but... yeah, my eyes are pretty damn bad. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Like, I think it could be possibly the way that I sleep. Possibly. Or it's because I've been sitting in front of a computer for like the last however many years, you know. Probably like 15 years or more. That's all I do, just sit on a computer. I'm trying to go out more, which is the whole phone thing. But I think it's a bit too late for that now. Going outside and looking at different things at different distances and all that, it's not going to help. It's well too beyond that point. Yeah. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, I sleep with like an extra pillow that I always have on top of my head, and it sort of squishes my face a bit. Because I have like my arm on top of that pillow. And I think I might have slept too many times with like pressure pushing on the side of my eyes, the pressure of the pillows. That's all I can think. So just an ever so slight amount of pressure. Nothing to be concerned about, which is why I wasn't concerned about it. Being like that for years could have built up to be some sort of a thing. Which is really annoying because I can't sleep unless it's that certain way. Yeah. So I started doing eye exercises, but that made things worse. In terms of sleeping. What are we doing? This one's got a heck of a lot more information. Photoshop and I want to pay money. Okay. No. Okay. This looks very old. Yeah. Damn it, I really thought there was just going to be something to do it for me. All of my family's got pretty good eyesight. My dad had to get the laser eye surgery apparently at one point, but his problem is completely different to mine. Yeah, like my eyes just not the right shape, as if they've been squished ever so slightly, because of the sleeping things, all I can imagine. But they also say like my optic nerve is somewhat larger than it's supposed to be, which could be a sign of a thing that makes you go blind. So, yeah. That and also being lazy with seeing. For a long time, I was like really lazy. Like if my eyes went blurry and out of focus, I was just like, yeah, whatever. You know, I didn't then try to focus my eyes, and being like that for a while could have also done some damage. You know, over a number of years, sort of while. How do I download this program? Is it just called? What is this program? I'll just try this one. Probably not a virus. It's taking a while. Probably opened on my other screen. Nope. Yep. Do I actually have to direct to it? I guess so. What the world is this? Did I not click on desktop? This isn't desktop. Or it's not my current desktop. Is it? Okay, sure, why not? Yeah, so you probably don't want to be lazy with your eyes in that way. Just in case. But now my problem, I made an image one time showing it off. No clue where it is though. But basically I see double with one eye. Like if I close one eye and just have one eye open, I see double. Which is almost perfectly up and down double. And both eyes do that, but my right eye is severely worse, apparently. I never realized it at the time, but when I first went to get glasses, they're like, oh my god, I can't believe you've been seeing with eyes like this, without glasses all this time. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, they were generally shocked that it was the first time that I ever went to get glasses. And yeah, that sucks. I never thought my eyes were that bad. I thought it was, yeah, whatever, if I just go outside for a while, that'll be fine. But nope, apparently they're quite bad. There we go, that's exactly what I want. Almost. That's interesting. It's got like a highlighty area. Hello. I don't like these highlight, low light things. No clue what I'm messing with. Really don't like how it does that. Well, let's just keep that default. Good enough. Oh, that's nicer. More evenly toned? Okay. Save, I guess? Oh, copy to clipboard, that's nice. I don't know. It's just really messed up. That's all it is. Although I can see pretty damn well with glasses. Although with glasses, it is what I imagine bad eyesight would have been to me previously. Like, I remember when my eyesight is as bad as it currently is with glasses. So, well, that sucks. I literally, sitting at arm's reach from my desk, cannot read the text on my screen. I mean, I can, if I really try hard and squint a whole heap, I can make out what words are. But there's no way I could write code like that. I mean, well, I never wanted glasses for the longest time because I was worried that, there we go. I was worried that when I started wearing glasses, then my eyes would get worse because they wouldn't be trying to fix themselves with the bad eyesight, you know? So who knows, maybe having glasses made my eyesight a whole lot worse a whole lot quicker, or maybe it was just going to be like that anyway. But yeah. Oh. Like, I understand why now. I have never been able to, like, I've always been terrible at seeing people, like, recognizing people by their faces. I'm terrible at that. I'm also terrible at remembering names, so that doesn't help. At least I got better at that now. Or recognizing who people are by their names, because just knowing the name is one thing, actually knowing who that name attaches to is another. What the hell am I doing? I was trying to make this look into a pretty texture, but I forgot that Art UI is where I suck, so man, I have a lot of problems. What do I do? How can I make this look cool? I can tint it. I don't even know your first name. But nah, like I remember people by like the shape that the letters of their name make more so. I mean, your name's got 2 dashes in it, but you know, modern train's easy enough to remember. Plexum's Plexum. I think people are common. I remember you guys somewhat. Although who you are, I keep forgetting. Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing I'm like somewhat annoyed about, because like when you're little and you're doing stuff you shouldn't or something like that, and you're like, oh, that person's so far away they wouldn't be able to see me or something like that. I was like, no, actually people can see you quite easily. It's like you just can't see them because your eyesight sucks. So like I'm wondering how many things that I was like doing, like making a weird facial expression or something like that, or you know, the person like ages away was actually able to see exactly what I looked like. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to remember that. Yeah. What was I doing? I was going to tint it. How to tint? It was something weird. It was edit. Colorize. Total correction. Okay, that one does something. I guess because there's no colors, there's nothing to change. color balance? Maybe I should just keep it black and white. I don't know why, but I feel like a slight blue tint. Maybe something like that. Red in it. It's like a bluish gray sort of thing. Okay, let's do that. Export. Probably should be using PNGs. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't have any of the compression stuff, so it doesn't really matter. And this is anything I want it to be because I'm going to rename it. I think I remember you talking about that once before now. Okay. So, what are files? So, you are going to be replacing images. .jpeg. It doesn't matter about the JPEG part. But I'm going to say it does. Let's shove a random A into that. And you are now this. Don't care. And well, you are newer, so you should be replaceable. And now this should look a heck of a lot better on the ground. You can get rid of that emission texture as well. What's the emission one? Illustration 6. Let's just delete it. I mean, I can keep it there, I guess. Whatever. Okay. That doesn't quite look right. Is everything slightly offset? That might have been that pie part. I got the feeling everything's slightly offset. Alright, let's add that pie back in. And that's happening to everything with R pretty much. Well, I mean, it's only there in here. So plus, or minus, it doesn't matter, plus pi divided by 2. Do not upload to the texture folder. Refresh. No, I think it does need to be a minus. Because it's half a pie, not a whole pie. Although I did flip the direction of that one around, so that's something. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to do that though. Yeah. Yeah, it's backwards. Wait. Or is it? Probably. Oh, tired, thirsty, I need to drink. I got no more water. I gotta do stuff today. I'll go for another hour. Then I'll go do the laundry that I've been meaning to do for like, well too long. Gotta do the extra load of laundry now. Gonna do laundry and still not have any laundry. I suppose. Okay. That looks better. Sides that you would expect to be lit up are lit up. Wait. Okay, I'm assuming that pyramid's going inwards. Let's just assume that. But then why is this one darker? it's going like really far inwards. What does normal map look like? Yeah, it is reversed and it's a heck of a lot darker in that corner. Sure, I'm going to assume this is what that's supposed to look like then. So probably had some sort of program that could visualize this. How do we get that thing back up? Just... that could actually be nice. Not sure about occlusion. How do I get the ball back up? What does that do? Okay. Just made it blurry. Yeah, that does look like it's poking upwards. I think. Okay. So it's got the opposite normal of that. I mean, yeah. What's this? Is it just going so far around it's back around again? Are my normal maps too strong? I don't know. It's good enough, I don't care. That isn't right though. Is it? Isn't that the thing I was trying to... I was fixing. Okay, so it does not like this. What does that mean? So I can't do it after that one? I have to do it somewhere else? But why does it need to be offset anyway? Because something's inverted? We have a 0 and then a 1, 2. What is this? So red and green, but oh yeah, and then multiplied by blue, that's both of them. Or whatever. So the problem, well, I mean it's a 1, 2, that's not right. There should be a 2, 1. I mean a 1, 2. So X, Y, Z. I'm not sure why that was ever backwards, it just didn't work if it wasn't, but maybe now it does. God, I wish I could think straight. Life's hitting hard with the whole blindness thing right now. How that's potentially in my future. Probably nearer rather than later. Okay, so it's not doing the offsetty thing, but I got... Oh, I do have a speculum now. We got that thing cutting through it though. That's not right at all. Could be the angles is just off even more now? No, that's not right at all. Why would they be inverted though? I don't know. The only other way I can think about doing it is on something else, like this. Grab all of that. Okay. Look at that thing cutting through like that. It's changing the normals. It's inverting them. What are you doing? That does seem to be the right way around. Oh, that one's not quite right. It's highlighting on the back and not on the front side that's supposed to be. I'm assuming that's just messed with my normals a whole heap. That's probably done some bad stuff. When it comes to stuff like that door thing again. I got nothing here I can spin. Well, and there's one thing I can hit, I can spin. Yep. I was just looking at it. Bah, whatever, let's just grab that name. Spin the floor. Does that keep about right? No. That one's about right. That one's going too early. That one's about right. God, it's hard to tell. So that's got no highlights on the bottom. And that one's on the side. But that one's highlighting on the bottom. Ah, but that one's on the side. Damn it. Probably not right. Ah. Okay, so how do I... What's wrong here? I need to do it to both, but I can't. I need to do it... But maybe it's... But is it? Let's just do that. What does that do? I don't know. The longer you look, the more problems you'll find. Always turn out that absolutely nothing was ever actually working in the first place. Didn't put the thing after. Don't even know what I was supposed to be doing. I should have just gone and done my stuff. Streamed afterwards. It's too damn hot and humid. It's 32 degrees! 32... what? 32 degrees. 2:30 in the morning. Get out of here. Okay, so I'll start doing the shifty thing. That's not right. It's backwards. The whole point of the minus is the minus, not the plus. But it was plusing a negative, so that would be the same. I don't know what a plus equals that. But it was minusing before? I don't know. Wrong way. I feel like it looks nice though. Right way. What? How are you both the right and the wrong way? Ah, there's the cut. Like the right way there, but the wrong way there. The cut's going through here. Okay, well that seems to be a little bit of a hassle. That thing was never supposed to cause problems. That thing is causing a problem because it's a different line, a different angle, different edge. It's an inverted thing. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave that problem there, because that problem is something completely different, which I should be able to optimize and gain an extra bit of data if I can remove that thing, because it shouldn't be required, but I looked a whole lot before, and I remember, no, that actually is required, and I cannot think of any other way around it. Well, let's just pretend that I can find some other way around it another time. But that's offsetting an angle. Why do I feel like this isn't doing enough? Like, I see nothing on the back ones. Unless I'm actually over them. Like, it's got to be between you and the light, because that's the angle's not right. I do see a bit there, I guess. Also, it could just be a triangle-y thing. Is there a baseline cutting through those? No. Are they off by 90 degrees? Oh, damn it. Should be that face that's lit up, not that one. Whatever. Whatever. Let's move that thing back. Let's reset this stuff. See what that looks like. I don't even know what texture the sphere should have on it anymore. I think it's the same as the no, I don't know. Okay, so it doesn't have a normal map on it. Got a full circle around it? Whatever. Alright, what am I doing? So the whole thing I was supposed to be doing was absolutely nothing to do with any of this stuff, I don't think. I was just making a pretty little color thing. Now everything's going wrong. Let's just pretend that's fine, even though it's dramatically different to the way it was before. I've flipped around directions, rotations are inverted, but it's still fine anyway. This pi thingy's changed around, and we have a random variable which wasn't even used for. I don't know. What am I doing? So, lighting, I think, is the next one. So I gotta make it so the lights aren't hard-coded like they currently are. Okay. How do I do that? So I feel like the lighting should be able to be entirely separate from the rest of the image within itself. I don't need to use final color anywhere in here. And light color is whatever. And then I got the condition for the second light, the spotlight. So the spotlight would just be this thing looped with a condition to know if it's a spotlight or a point light. So I guess first up, let's see if I can combine this thing. So the problem with this is I need to mix the lights together. So the whole thing needs to be inside of a loop. So let's just say that, sure. Or how do you do a loop in this? I equals 0, I is float. Float I is equal to 0, I is less than 2, let's say. I plus equals, can I just say plus plus? I have loops over here. Yeah, let's use ints. I equals 0, I is less than 2, I plus plus, so that should go twice. And we want that to do all of this. And supposedly the goal is to make that not even be a thing. I can't block comment that. I don't need anything after it. So this was mixing the emission thing. That's after everything. Okay, this is just mixing the two lights together. Okay, I mean in that case, we got light color A and that thing, in which case could that not just be final color? No, because final color is separate from everything else. So we got color and A. So in this case, that one starts off as this, and then we have A, which would go in here. And A is the same as that one, I assume? Light color A, so light color A is just whatever it wants to be until that point there. And then it uses A from then on. So that ramp. The rotation, the specular. So that's this. And then light color is this. That should be the only light color. So that gets turned into light color A. Vector 4, light color A. That one can go away. Did something have to be calculated multiple? No, it didn't have to be calculated multiple times. This should be able to be dropped out. Everything up until the light stuff can be dropped out of here. The light stuff is just after there. That can be bumped back. With that. Okay, so that should be all fine there. Then everything past here requires the light. That's just resetting enroute. Enroute gets altered within here, so we need to set it back to be rayroute. Okay. That's the light. Blah blah blah, whatever you need to be. Vex should be fine within here. We do whatever, and then at the end of this, we would just say what this one was doing. Okay. And then final color is light color, which is irrelevant because we're doing that there. Or not. Let's have that be that, because this might not be looped at all if there isn't any lights, in which case it's just going to be dropping out the pure color. Which is final color. Okay. So yeah, that's that. That gets mixed, which is what it was doing before, I think. Whatever. No. This is just mixing. Is it just mixing the light things, or is it mixing everything? Because if this is doing that, then it's going to be half of what was currently there. which this doesn't have the lighting data. So this should just be 0? So this will be if there is lights. Okay, sure. So this is going to be 0. And then this does its thing, and light color becomes half of itself plus half of the other one. No. Yes? Because this is going to be mixing with half black. We don't want that. Oh, look, kitty cat. What's happening? So she typed 42 on the keyboard. We can't have that. You would only happen if there was something else there. And we don't know, so we need at least one light for this whole thing to be valid. Sure, so should I just have it that way and this one gets looped? So the first light gets done, and then for every other light, this one takes over. I mean, I suppose? I don't think it can. Okay. Play more of that Realm of the Mad God. I played it for a while, I got some pet things on it, just by playing it, and then that was sort of that. They had that event where you could get stuff, but then I kept dying because of lag and it was really annoying me. I've been playing with this character so long, so safe, getting a really high level, maxing stuff out. Like I had some stats maxed I think at one point with the highest tier, like rare stuff that was making me like unkillable, unless the game froze for a second. So as long as I was constantly moving, it was fine. If I stood still for a second, though, I'd die. Kitty, come on. Why are you so angry? Off the table you go. I think she wants some food. What am I doing? Light color, blah 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 blah. So we don't want. I mean, we could. So we need to have one light go before we can mix it with another light. Is there any way I could just not have this thing done twice for that? Without having an if that runs for every extra time. Didn't I... Wait. How does this... How did my logic for that go again? How is this different from just adding them all up and dividing them all by 3 at once at the end? What? How in the world did that logic work? It was supposed to be because this way it would make it... So a third of that one, a third of that one, and a third of that one would be all 3 divided by 3. Would be the same. I am very confused. There was a reason why I was doing it this way. But how did that work? Which is the reason I'm trying to do now. I could have sworn that meant that, at least this is the way I remember it being, if we didn't have the other two, then it would be entirely whatever. If we had two of them, it would be both of those, and we wouldn't be including that one. But that's not how this works at all. This is exactly the same as just adding them all up and dividing by 3 once, right? Right? I am very confused. How was there more logic behind this? I mean, right? Graveyard of what? Oh, in the game? Yeah. That's how math works, right? So if I said 1 divided by 3 plus 1 divided by 3 plus 1 divided by 3, we get 1. Which is exactly the same as saying 1 plus 1 plus 1 divided by 3. I have absolutely no clue what my logic behind this was anymore. This is damn confusing. And if I'm going to be doing it that way, I know this way works. So that should work exactly the same with a heap lot less math. Wasn't I doing that somewhere else as well? Okay. Ah, here. Well, it's the same thing. Whatever. Oh, that's how that worked out. Okay. Ah, it's damn confusing. So now we have that and whatever. So yeah, if we because if it's 0, we only want like the difference between the numbers to be added. So we just sort of want to plus them and clamp it. No. Yes? Maybe? Yeah. Because if you have 2 lights, it's double the light. So really we should just be plussing these things together and not doing the divided by. So it would just be that light plus this light. In which case, the whole thing works fine. So light color was 0, 0 plus this one, and then the other one plus that one. So this would just be plus equals. Then light color is final color. If there is no lights, then it's black. No, if there is no... Yeah, no, yeah. Because, yeah, if there is no light, it's black. Unless I had some sort of condition that just made it entirely light. Sure, whatever. Why not? Let's do that. Which means I was mixing it wrong before, but I didn't notice. Whatever. So, I feel like that's the way it should go. And then this thing's for point light or spotlight. What is this? Why is that not on that? I don't know. Okay. So that's that, and then this would loop through the things. So if I was to set this to be a 1, and then let's just completely remove that, then this should just have the spotlight in the middle exactly the same as it just did. It already had. Wait, I removed one time too many. Okay, what does that do? Why do I feel like I broke something? Yes, kitty cat. 10 minutes, kitty, and I'll give you some food. Oh. Okay. So that appears to be working as it should. Don't really see any fall off of light, it's because I'm looking at the specular. So I can only assume that's currently working. Wait. Oh. Why is that door still open? Interesting. How did that happen? Oh, okay. So if it's still doing its opening or opening animation, it stays open. Huh. I have lost a section of the wall. Have I? No, that's how it's supposed to be. Oh, okay. Whatever. So now if I was to say if before I do that, let's just make sure this works. Let's just say if false. That one back. Refresh. Error. What is your error? How do you spell false again? That's right. Light color aid unidentified. Oh, yes. Which would also be that. You're not gonna get angry about that, are you? I think I might do. Whatever. We just define it outside, it's all good. Okay, so now that should be acting like a spotlight, which has got the rotation of the player. Where's the normal? Okay, let me just undo back to where that one was there. Just grab that. And let's just dump that there. No? Oh yes, because I called that thing is spec. And that goes there. Is that how spec works? That's the old way the spec works, isn't it? How's the new way that spec works? This. It literally should be the same as that. Except for that. The color ramp is based on this one. How does that work? Okay, sure. Okay. I think that should be right. Sure. I should add Specular in. No. I mean, yes, but no. It's not working for the ground, unless I look directly down. It works on the walls. Okay, how about this? Let's put the light where the player is. And maybe it'd be like that before, I just hadn't noticed. Maybe I had a different spec. I probably just had the 0 one. No. Oh. No. Maybe I just never noticed? This is very confusing. Probably should have tested it worked before doing all this. I knew this would happen, but whatever. 10 minutes to get it working, and then I'm gonna go. Gotta go do the laundry. Gotta go get some water. Buy some sandwiches. Okay, why can I see stuff outside of the field of view of the spotlight? First problem. Okay, you know what? Let's put the stuff back. Can't wait for my keyboard to bug out one day when I do that. I press Z instead of redo. Okay, what the world's going on? So that's supposedly that work. What? What? Have you had a skin in ROTMG? What? ROTMG. I don't know what that is. Is this something about that game? Realm of the Mad God? I just played it for a couple of weeks with a friend. Run around killing stuff. As I said, those lag spikes started to get a little bit bad. Yeah, it's like the more enemies, the more damage they were doing, the more those lag spikes would happen. And like my regen would literally make me a god as long as I didn't get completely overwhelmed and they did lethal damage within, you know, before it has time to do the regen. So you just had to continually move and dodge the bullets, but then, you know, you get that frame spike and now all of a sudden, you know, you didn't move for a second and now you're dead. And, you know, that's the limit of the game. I'm not going to play it any more than that, because it's just RNG at that point for if I'm going to live or not. I can't remember how much of the point stuff that I had that you get after you maxed out. Oh, okay. Yeah, Realm of the Mad God. What do you mean by a skin? I mean, I had like, there was like different classes you could get. Yeah. R for realm, O for the, T for mad, G for god. Perfect. Yeah, and then I had some pets. I think I had like 4 pets or something, which is really annoying trying to pick them because I had a few of them that were the same. and you just had to randomly roam around until you found the one that you wanted that wasn't the other one. But yeah, then I did that event thingy that I had going on, which you have to have a new character and a new save and a new world sort of thing. And I unlocked a whole lot of stuff there, but it didn't carry across or something. Or at least some things carried across, I don't really know how it worked. And inventory space is a real pain unless you pay money. And there was something or other else, I don't know. But I remember using a whole heap of stat up things to make a character that was super OP. And then, yeah, the frame stuttered for a second, and that was that. I'm like, oh my god. I spent weeks on this character. Yeah, I was like farming stuff with other characters, and then putting it in the chest home area thingy so that character would have all the stat boosts. It was a mage thing, and I had like a unique wand or something like that that just made it crazy powerful. I think I had like penetration or something, and really fast rapid fire. So just everything in that general direction would die just pretty much instantly. It was great. Nearly maxed out the damage. Well, as far as I could tell, it was just you basically just mess around on a world until enough of a certain people get killed on that world by the people there and also you, and then it starts the endgame boss fight, which just is a lag fest, and then you die. And that's the game. But if you can survive the lag fest boss fight, I imagine you get a heck of a lot of good stuff and XP. But, you know, like, I don't want to be the guy that's just sitting in the back, just walking behind, and everybody else does everything for me. And then you have those groups of people that just run through the dungeon and they don't even attack stuff, and they're like really, really high level, but you're low level, so you can't actually get to the end to pick up the loot or help with the boss fight, which I don't think you get any XP if you don't help or something. I can't remember. You at least got to do some damage, and then that's that. And those guys are really annoying. So you try to keep up with them, and then you just immediately die, or you don't keep up with them, and then you can't get to them because the battle's over before you've passed like the first 2 rooms. Yeah, I did. I turned off all of the effects, all of the sounds, all of the things, because like it's really trash when everybody else's bullets and stuff are going everywhere, and it's really annoying with the sounds and everything. You don't know what's going on. But nah, it's just those endgame things where there's like 500 monsters all at once that are leaping around the place. And then yeah, that lag spike. I also live in Australia. I'm not sure what the servers were like anymore, if there was an Australian server, but yeah. It'd literally just be a full second of it just sitting there doing nothing. I'm pretty sure I changed everything I could find. It was a long time ago I last played it. Oh, what was I doing? I'm trying to find the damn problem. Yeah. And the other thing is people just sort of stopped playing towards the end of that event thing, or the beginning of the, I don't know, some point. There was just nobody there. But it's pretty fun when you find somebody else and you're close together, so you share an XP and you'll be high level or they'll be high level, and you just sort of following around the other person. And then you get like the same hit target you go out and go do. It's pretty fun. I even had one guy that like he gave me a egg thingy because I wasn't there at the end of the boss battle, and he's like, oh yeah, I saw you slowly coming up, here, have this. And he gave me like a whole lot of valuable stuff, and I'm like, what? No way. Like I'd never gotten those items from the boss before. I'm not sure if he just gave it to me or if it was just a really rare drop. But yeah, that was sort of cool. So I immediately left and went and did stuff with that so I didn't lose it. As soon as you leave the portal thing in your high level area. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, trying to work out why the light wasn't working. It's a different... What is... That's just the ramp for the other one. So that's the specular thing. Have I just messed up the normal maps even worse? Yeah. I feel like I should be getting something from this. Okay. Yeah. It just got a bit boring doing that same grind every single time when you die. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, let's try put that other texture through here. Interesting. What was the one? Enchanted Detail? Oh, okay. Well, any amount of that sucks. Okay. What am I doing? I was just gonna see what that was like. I gotta switch back to the ball thingy to see if this is all working right. It could just be different intensities of the... Oh, look at that. No? I mean, that's... yeah. Okay, let's try to fix that one first. Why can I see stuff outside of the spotlight? Because of the different way that I'm doing this? Why is it grey? Because it's showing me the specular. Okay, so I'm seeing the specular outside of the thing because... this. Okay. Yeah, the whole ramp thing. And where's the spec? Yeah, the spec is the mix. So 0 to 1. No. 0 to 1, and it's a ramp, which is 0 to the color times the light color? Wait, why have I got that there? Because... but then... I don't know. Let's just dump that one back. We now have the same thing. So it's just this one line that's different. Whatever, let's just dump that back to what it originally was, which is almost the same as that one. No, it is the same as that one. We just had a vec4 and a thing. And... yep, they're the same. Okay. What does that do? Still loading. I'm assuming that's a problem with this. It's a heck of a lot of errors. Light vec undeclared. Yeah, probably that. A white bag? Is that a loot bag thing? Or is that a backpack thing? I don't know. As I said, it was a while ago I played. Okay, A good thing I didn't turn off those emission things, I wouldn't know that would be working or not. It seems to be working anyway. Wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, that normal map. Is it just the normal map? I really feel like I should be seeing specular things at a distance. Either that ball is 100% specular or it has no specular highlight on it. Ah, this is confusing. Okay, let's switch back to the normal ball normal. And what is that? That's that one. It's really annoying I have to rename things. That was the wrong one. Oh, it's the right one. No, that's the wrong one. No, it's the right one. It's that one. Gotta delete that from here. Doop doop, what do you call 1857? Delete. Load. I suppose I should add that. That should be fine. I don't remember. I probably did, who knows? Interesting. Ah, it's really hard to tell what's going on. Like, I feel like it's working. The highlight there. That one's off by 90 degrees. Or is it? Ah, it's that thing going through it again. Inverting it. Yeah. Yeah. I did a whole heap of them. I played for like months. God, this is hard to see. How do I turn off that texture? I guess I could just stop it from loading. That probably works. Is that the best way I should do things? Because it's... But then it's... Because it... No, it's tool 1, so... If I just stop it from uploading? Stop it from knowing about it? How do I disable it? Ah! Or I switch it back with a white one, or I just turn it off with the shader. That would be the best way. The shader. So it is the decolor. Sure, that'll do. Have a black or white? Let's go black. Upload to the texture folder. Yeah, As I said, I played long enough to max out stats with certain characters, or with the mage mostly. I think I maxed out a stat with a whatever you call it, the one that throws the knives once as well. But I'm pretty sure I had my defense and my magic maxed with my high power mage. And then he almost had a full set of unique weapons and armor. I think it was just like one more armor piece I needed to be fully unique. That's last I remember. Okay, black doesn't work. Okay. Well, that looks about right, I guess, other than the thing inverting the direction. I mean, it's not quite right, but I'm going to put that down to the normal map. Why was I doing this again? Okay, so do I actually have something wrong with my normal map? Is it just not intense enough? I don't know. Whatever, let's just work with that. Let's make that a heap smaller though. UV. It's gonna be after that one. Make that a whole lot smaller. The dot thing? So why I did that beforehand, whatever. So what am I doing? I need the so we should be adding things together. What's the problem? Look at that going in weird directions. Yeah, it's just that one. Different line thingy. God, I hate that. Yeah, that's a problem. What am I doing? Damn it. So final color divided by light distance, light intensity. Why do I have that in here rather than up there? That's doing a color ramp with the ramp being this thing. I feel like that should just be that, and I guess this thing goes up there, but what is this? That's what was doing that, so it's a 0 to that. Okay, yeah. Where this one has that thing. So what's this gonna do? I think it just makes it darker. We don't have that big bright glare in the middle. Yeah. All the normal maps backwards until they're not. What's the good part of the wall? There we are. Okay. Oh, as long as it's not doing the sideways thing. Look at that. Oh god, I really gotta fix that. Yeah, so blah blah blah, that's that. And then I would put the intensity thing into this. So what do I just plus? Sure. Well, we put all that inside of a bracket. No. I minus? Hang on. No, because that's not how this works. What am I doing? I don't know. So what is this currently doing? What happens if I move up close to something? Does it get brighter? No, it just become 100% the color that's supposed to be there. The brightness thing isn't quite right. And it does get darker when I get further away. Oh, whatever. It's a spotlight, it does what it does. Whatever. So then to get the specular to be correct... So the other one was doing a mix from specular to this. No, as this is the mix. So it's mixing that ramp's color to 1. But we don't do that. So we can't go 2-1 because then we get the specular that's around in directions we don't actually see. So within the area of this light, which is this thing, okay, so let's just call that V. Float V equals that. V is this, and then but this is 0 to 0.5 to 1. Okay, so what if the ramp was the value? So if we had that be a 1 instead, and then the color ramp itself is V. So that's the intensity of the light for the spot. Hang on a second. I could probably do the same thing to fix my specular to be a circle. Whatever. Damn it, I'm gonna remember that later on, but have no clue what in the world I was thinking at the time. Be like, oh, I remember thinking that I had a fix for this. I wonder what the fix was. Whatever that idea I just had then, which I've already forgotten this. Whatever, so that's that, and then this becomes the value of a mix. So this is a float. That becomes this thing, just any value. So then that is that within a mix, and it's mixing spec to color. I mean, what do we call it? Final color to 1, spec 3, right? Spec 4, spec 3, color mix, spec 3, yep. So this is going to be a color from final color, final color to 1. Wait, final color? Stop that. Final color was the ramp. Ramp is this. This thing is going from ramp to 1. So in that case, it would be final. No, I don't want final color. I want. Do I want final color? Or do I want V? No? Yes? I don't know. Sure. Let's say final color to 1. The same thing as that thing's basically doing, and then we times that by V. Wait, how does the spec get into this? Oh, because the spec's mixed. Okay. What about that? I feel like that probably works. What is this? For syntax error. 971. So this should be a vec3. And then that makes it a 4, so color mix is a vec3. We have spec, final color, which is a vec3, it should just be clamping it. And then that. And that's what that is, then we times that by v. Oh. Nope. Color ramp. Color ramp returns a vec3. Maybe that does want to do this. There we are. Okay. So I have the specular highlights, and only within the field of view of the thing, and I don't have the highly blown out lights anymore. Okay. I also figured out why the specular map wasn't working. Another thing I want to do. I really should get that damn Twitch chat going first though. Only 118. Wow. I was expecting a heap more than that, like at least like 2-3k. The rookie numbers, bro. You're not really into a game unless you spent at least a minimum of 1,000 hours. I mean, you're just beginning to at 500. But no respect until 1,000. Anyway, so that's the spotlight. Okay, let's just say that's done. This thing be this thing. Let's keep that map there because I know it's good. Oh. Okay, was it the other guy who was playing it all the time? Wait, who are you again? As I said, I'm terrible at remembering people by their name alone. And you guys sort of just blur into one, my average viewers. You, Plexum, and that other guy. I think I'm thinking of the other guy. Wait, are you the guy that has the really small trailer house? Yeah. Don't know. How many hours do I have on it? Probably not that many. Wow. I literally tab over to it and it's already with it selected. I did not select this. I did not... Like, why is this my selected game? I don't know. Oh, but look at 11 hours on it. Oh, I thought I played a lot more than 11 hours. Yeah, maybe that ain't right. Just get out of here. Yeah, I don't know how I can see anything else about it. Thought it might just tell me here stuff, but nah, I don't want to open it. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was the other guy that I'm thinking of then. Was he the guy that played it all the time? Then the Dutch guy doesn't help. What was I doing? Oh yeah, trying to mess with the lights. So we have that one. I should probably change back to the normal map, but whatever, let's just keep it like that. So now let's have it so if I equals 1, if I is equal to 2. And then let's have this go twice. And now we should have 2 lights. $9.75. Oh, okay, yeah, I gotta define this thing outside then. Color. And then that's that, there we go. Oh damn. Oh, every day. Yeah. Thought that didn't look right for some reason. Damn it. I gotta go to the shops before the sun comes up. Because, so, you know, it's 30 degrees now. So if this works, then I'm gonna go. Probably, maybe. I don't think that's working. I don't see the light from my spotlight. Because I offset the numbers, it should be 0, 1. Dude. Whatever, so join. Feel free to ask questions if you want to know what's going on. Yeah. Alright, therefore. Yeah, I see my spotlight, it's just really dim. But it is there. I have multiple lights. Okay. I guess I gotta figure out how to increase the intensity of that. Could I just dump it through there? Light intensity. Ooh, this is gonna be a big number. What if I just dump that through there? Sort of interesting. No, this should just change the lights, whatever you call it. Oh! Oh, never mind. Nope, that worked. Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, it's working. That's very obvious. Those broken normals. Damn you and your averty thing. I could fix you, but that other things are also broken. Or it's just less noticeably broken. Ah, okay. So what's next to do? So I have lights, I have it so I can loop it, then I just gotta have a condition here, so I gotta have it so I can upload lights and create them dynamically. So I guess the question is, how can I export a light from Blender? I should be able to do that quite easily with my custom exporty thingy, wherever you went to Sphere 2. And or add the mouse over it, I don't know why I didn't see it. So yeah, I should be able to just place a light wherever I want it, and then when the exporter sees that it's something else, I could get its rotation and variables to make it an approximate of what you see in the game. Okay. I gotta get some clamping distances, that would be nice. Oh wow, I gotta like completely create an entire custom thing for it, that it just reads through the OBJ file. I wonder if OBJs have anything for lights, I don't think they do. Well, whatever, I'll just make a completely custom thing. And then there you go. So that's the next step. What do I do after that? I mean, then I'll have textures. I just guess fine-tune them all for years. So, I don't know. Should I do that, or should I get Twitch chat working? I might try to get Twitch chat working, and then come back to that. I don't know. So I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna do my laundry, get some food. Okay, thanks, bye. Oops. Gotta stop streaming first.